Hi everyone, it's Paula from Positive Energy. I'm here today to show you how to use your stability ball safely and effectively. I'm just going to put the tunes on, you just follow my lead and just get used to the ball, the feel, how to put your body on it, how to get off it more importantly. So just follow my lead and it won't take long. Okay, here we go. So first of all, make sure your stability ball is pumped up really quite firmly. To start with, you can take yourself onto the ball. Feet nice and wide for a stable base, not too far back. You can use the ball to start with to start mobilising and warming up. So just pushing through the legs, just making sure you're over the top of the knees. You can go one side and then the other. If you start to fall off the ball, put yourself back on and really start mobilising those hips up a little bit, mobilising the ankles. Again, take those arms off if you wish to move it around. Okay, then you can start to be sat up a little bit higher. You can move forward and back and work through the ankles and start to get a little bit more confident on the ball. So you can squeeze forward and back. Now, if your feet are a bit wider, you've got a better base. Okay, as you get more comfortable, you could bring your feet in a little bit closer, engage your core, but again, just don't get carried away. Make sure you've got a nice gap in between your knees and you're not pushing them out or bringing them in. Keep the tummy in tight so you can combine those two moves for a warmer. You could start bringing in some arms as well. Think about what movement your arms will do and start getting them warmed up. Just put some tunes on and exercise away. So combine the moves, work forward and back, and bring your arms in, and then go the other way. And then bring them forward and back. You might want to raise them up, push them back. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so that's seated on the ball. As you get on and off, be very careful. So we're going to work a little bit more with the arms. So you can sit on the ball, then you can walk forward and create a tabletop, okay? Never be afraid to move around if you're not actually 100%. Now, this is really careful. You can move side to side. You can rest your head on the ball, bring your bottom up, make sure your heels are down, and just get comfortable pushing away with the ball. Bring your arms up, you can bring them out to the side. If you have weights, you can use the ball with weights. Again, you've got to keep that hip to the ceiling, squeeze your bottom, work your hamstring. So you could do a little bit of glute work on the ball from here. Always work from tabletop position. Okay, arms in the air or down low. You can squeeze. So you could combine movements. You could do an arm, you could do a hip drop. You could do an arm and a hip drop. Okay, very slowly. When you get off the ball, you've got to push back up to a seated position. Awesome. So some seated exercises and using the ball as a bench. Then what you could do is you could get to the floor onto your knees, get the ball into your tummy. You could do some plank work and balance work with the ball. You can bring your arms up close and stabilise. Back down. That's quite difficult though. So you might just want to just use the arms. You might want to do some dorsal raises. Good job. Okay, knees to the floor. You can bring your arms out to the front and you could roll the ball and take your hips with it. Come back up. Roll out. Now you remember you can't just leave your bottom there. You've got to take yourself with the ball. You feel you're not quite right? Place. Readjust. Don't push the ball too far. You've got to be able to get it back and retract the ball back. Okay. These are my favourites. These are rollouts. Engage those tummy muscles. do one more. Okay, so modify is not taking it too far, but just bringing it back, making it harder, go further, but make sure you can get back. Or just vary it up a little bit by moving off to one side and coming back. But remember, that's going to be a little bit harder. Okay, you are working your shoulders in that one as well as your core. So that's quite a difficult workout. Okay, so now we're going to use the ball for our lower tummy muscles. So you can bring yourself to the floor. Remember, you're in charge of the ball, so you've got to boss it. Feet on top, making sure that you've got a 90-degree angle between your knees and your hips. Okay, hands down by the side and roll the ball and lift. So roll the ball away from you. Try and lift your legs up. Take your time. Have control. Modify, make it easier. Don't go as high with your hips. Make it harder. Extend and then try and lift your arms off. Okay, that's really difficult, is that one? So just make sure you build yourself up. Okay, it's entirely up to you. So you can also use the ball by picking it up with your feet. Place your hands in crunch position and squeeze and crunch. Remember, keep a gap between your chin and your chest. Try and get your shoulder blades off the floor. Modify, don't bend your knees, just crunch up. Make it harder, come in for 2, out for 2. Another one will be a little rotation with the ball, but you've got to work your inner thighs to squeeze the ball. Rotate. Good effort. Keep going, go. And another one, bend your knees. You can take it over to one side. Anybody with a lower back issue wants to be nice and steady and making sure your knees stay bent. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Excellent. Another one from this position. Always make sure you can readjust the ball. Take it down and raise. Bend your knees. It's a really good one for the inner thighs as well, because you've got to keep squeezing the ball, otherwise you'll lose it. Woo! Let's go. Come one more. Let's go one more. Okay, roll yourself up. From this position here, you can mobilize the back a little bit by reaching out and stretching out with the ball. Over the top. So anybody with lower back issues could use the ball as a mobilization. It'll be really good if you're doing certain exercises to do 10 repetitions to start with and repeat them twice or 3 times. Depends where you are in your fitness regime. Let's do one more. Okay, let's use the ball for our press-ups. Okay, now we're going to go over the top of the ball this time, so give yourself some room. Okay, so I might need to just bring that ball a little bit lower down. Now look at me, I'm balancing, okay? My feet are up, so really be careful. You can start to cross your legs over, if you wish. Press up, off the ball. Make sure your arms are wide, so if I come around to show you from the front, keep going. When you're watching, it's fine. So from here, make sure your arms are wide. Take it down and push. But you've got to go down like a seesaw. Push your tummy into the ball. Good job. So if I go back to the side, to make this harder, you would put more of your ball towards your legs. And get more arm work, but you're like a seesaw. Keep your tummy in. And if you want to make it even harder, whoa, Now getting on and off is a little bit more difficult than this position here. So take it all the way back into full position and press up, and then you take it down. That's a little bit more difficult, so you've got to really concentrate on that one. I'm going to finish with a core exercise for you. So we're going to sit on the ball. Okay, like we did as we first started, okay? We're going to roll out and make sure our bottom is towards the bottom of the ball. Push your upper back into the ball. Squeeze for crunch. Slowly back down. So you're going to push your bottom into the ball. Squeeze. Fingertips to the side of your tentacle. Squeeze. My feet are flat and they are wide. You can make this a little bit more challenging. Work the sides of the waist by crossing over. You can make it harder by coming up and pulsing. Look at my arms, I've changed now. Over the ball, squeeze, pulse. So there's just some exercises for you on the ball. My main concern is you get on and off it with safe, effective movement. You're in charge of the ball. Do not let the ball take charge of you. Hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any more questions, you know where I am. Just drop me a message. See you soon. Bye.